chair. Oh, the magic bullet with a drop kick. Is that enough to take care of the big Enterprise? Mike James going back up, looking to fly. Maybe going for that double foot stop. That's exactly what it is. He got him.
So it's 2 in the morning. What are you doing awake right now?
Well, honestly, normally I'm used to being awake because of my daytime job. It works overnights. But just as you were about to arrive, I got a text message from Shot Saxon, one of the guys I manage. He was going to be wrestling for Arizona Wrestling Federation against Ryan Dean later today, and he had a family emergency. And he was messaging me to tell me that he was pulling out of the show. So, been going kind of crazy on the phone, setting things up. Thankfully, in a way, I was originally booked 2 different shows for today, and I wasn't going to work one of the shows, which is down in Tucson, which is a 2-hour drive. And now it looks like going to Tucson. So I had to message the guys that I usually travel with to Tucson to let them know that I was coming.
Like last minute, too.
It's not the first time in wrestling. Unfortunately, it's with a company, though, that I only work with 2 guys. One guy couldn't make it. The guy who was booked for a match, me going there would be pointless. There would be nothing for me to do. I'd be sitting in the locker room twiddling my thumbs. So instead, if I go down to the company in Tucson that I originally was booked for, I at least play commissioner down there. I do commentary down there, and I can save the day, so to speak, by going down there.
Disqualification. Falls count anywhere match. It can end on your lettuce leaf right there. It can end in the fountain. It can end at the bar. It can end at the off-track betting. It can end up in Phoenix at AWF right now. The point is, Miracle Mike James and Enterprise, falls count anywhere, no DQ match.
What got me into pro wrestling is being a fan of professional wrestling. For next year will actually be 30 years that I'm a fan of professional wrestling. After finding local wrestling here in Arizona, attending several companies by the name of Western States Wrestling, Impact Zone Wrestling, Elite Extreme Wrestling, those technically were considered the big 3, so to speak, over the years, even though they all ran at separate times. One of the gentlemen who worked behind the scenes as well as wrestled for Elite Extreme Wrestling was aware of my writing that I used to do and was somewhat of a fan of my writing. So he asked me if I would come aboard to write articles regarding their shows, giving fans recaps and whatnot. Basically at this time, originally we'd still be relaxing, getting ready for Peoria, Arizona to work Arizona Wrestling Federation. But as things happen and situations happen, we are now heading for Tucson, Arizona, where we're going to be working for High Impact Wrestling. So what originally was going to be a nice little in-town 30-minute drive is turning into a 2-hour road trip.
It's pulled over.
Okay. Whenever
You almost did that last time.
All right. Yeah, the one thing that I will give about Toomey, though, he is by far one of the best managers, though. I don't got to worry about calling up promoters and going through it and trying to figure out, okay, well, what date am I going to be able to wrestle over here? No, he actually does it for us. He does it for Sick House. Not this guy. He does it for Sick House, though.
Time for NWA Wild West.
How long did that last?
3 months.
How many shows?
4 shows.
Wow.
More shows than what I thought.
Illustrious career there, Toom, Gucci. This is what you wanted, right?
That's not what I was expecting.
Illustrious.
I was expecting the fucking speech you gave me the one day we were driving.
Oh, well, how drunk was I?
You're pretty intoxicated.
Yeah, you
Well,
were
see,
pretty intoxicated.
it's got to come from a place of intoxication and honesty.
So what, you can't be honest when you're not drunk?
Oh, cue me up. Where was I? Like, give me a fucking line.
So Jimmy walks into the bar holding two hot chicks' hands.
Never happened.
No.
I do work a full-time job. Not many people know this, so I am going to go on record and say I'm a cashier at a grocery store. It's hard to get weekends off. It's hard to get the time that you want off. Well, they need an answer right then and there. You have to be able to say, I'll be there, or I can't be there. One of the things I did in order to help me with my bookings, I took a different position with the company. I now work the graveyard shift. By being off work by 8 a.m., I can guarantee I could be there on a Saturday show. I could be there on a Sunday show. Like when I worked Adrenaline Unleashed, I was awake for 26 hours. There'll be times where I will maybe get 2-3 hours of sleep just to do a booking. But in the long run, some people may say it sounds like I'm complaining, but no, it's worth every moment of it. I'm living my dream.
Watch over things in the company. Would you please be quiet while I'm talking? Milo and Otis? No. Wasn't that a Disney movie? You got Robinson talking about you guys calling him Meet the Robinsons, and Milo and Otis right here, who's what, a dog and a cat that prances through the woods? In all fairness, that was a good Disney movie. Robinson, get it right. This is not the WWE. We don't have legend contracts here in HIW. Ray Michaels was out here doing a job. He was doing me a favor. He was on the payroll. He was doing a favor for that beautiful waitress over there. That was true respect for Matthew Blaze. So this is Otis, I'm understanding then. He's not Ultron, he's Otis. Would you like a milk bone, Otis?
Seriously, we have beat on those bad bastards so many times yet. Where are they?
Who's Ultron here? Wasn't this guy in NWA? It's Lasertron? They liked me. They really, really liked me. There's total respect here. They love you.
NW action.
Set it up. Set it up. I'm just simply stating, you look like a stick. I don't blame him for writing up the referees. They love me. They love me here.
They want to see the living legend.
I gave up AWF to be here with you people today. Get out! Don't boo the waitresses, please. I think Ultron behind me booed the waitress, but I haven't heard him speak at all tonight. All right, cut. Thank you. Cut the music.
Was it worth it tonight to drive down to Tucson on very short notice because one booking fell through, but another booking opened up? Let's put it this way. The show ended about 8:15, 8:30. It is now 12:15 in the morning. We are less than a mile from my house. I just dropped off Mike James and Johnny Manson, basically my road crew that travels with me to Tucson, as well as Honor Pro and as well as Lucha Libre Poor. It was an interesting night to say the least. Some footage, unfortunately, we're unable to get, such as for the first time ever in my career, I had to break up a physical altercation between a fan who decided to jump the barrier and attempt to get in the ring and legitimately took a swing at one of the wrestlers. I had to pull the guy. I basically had to break my character of Guci, pull him off the apron, apply a full Nelson to this gentleman, and basically yell at him, telling him he needed to relax, he needed to chill out, that it wasn't worth getting in trouble for. And in the long run, you know, there was drama, just like there's always going to be drama in any wrestling show. But was it worth it for a last minute booking? I've been up since 1:30 in the morning, so being at it's 12:15,
I've been awake close to 23 hours now. Hell yeah, it was worth it. It was worth every moment.
I've gone above and beyond what I wanted to be, and I couldn't ask for anything more. Basically what we have right here is over 200 videos from my early days of a wrestling fan. And I will admit, I'm extremely, extremely guilty of each and every one of these bootlegs on eBay. Up until the point where, yes, I received a cease and desist letter from the attorneys of Vincent Kennedy McMahon. But I still add it to my collection because I learned by watching these.
Why do you have to have a home to have fucking cardboard and a marker?
Where the hell is she getting the cardboard? And
Hooker alert, look at her. She's trying to make a deal right there. Right there. Gross.
Getting booked as a manager it's hard getting booked as a manager. Such as, you know, nothing against the company, but like I worked for Adrenaline Unleashed up in Las Vegas. And I can understand why I wasn't invited back to Adrenaline Unleashed, unfortunately.